Hi everyone, this is another video on software testing. There is a strange question has been always asked to you when you're saying that there will be a challenges when you have to prioritize your work, like when you have a lot of deadlines and then a less number of resources. How you gonna prioritize and meet the deadlines? I think, and as a testers also, this is a major task to prioritize your work. When you have deadlines or you have a less resource available with you, people are going on leave or something, so how are you gonna do it? And this also become your strength, and this will also how you answer it, this question, this will really impact your interview. Okay, this is very important question because this tells you that how much responsible person you are as a tester. So this shows to them that how you answer it, that always decide that you're gonna select it or not. This is this is very a selection factors of your interview. So quickly go ahead, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I request you to kindly subscribe to my channel and click on the notification icon so that you will get notified whenever I'll upload a new video. And also share it with the people who are in a need. If you're watching it and if you think it is not useful for you, do share with the people so that it will be useful for them. So okay, so at the agenda, I think this is very cute, a great slide I've ever gotten. So I think this is a really great. And the agenda is understand the scope of an objective, analyze and prioritize the test cases, estimate the resources and the time, plan and schedule the testing task, execute and monitoring the testing task, review and improve the testing task. I think these are the way you're gonna uh, prioritize. Okay, your task, testing task. I think it's gonna disappear. Beautiful. Okay, so understand this, the scope and the objective. Okay, the very first, like what you're gonna do it. So as you also know, the software testing is a crucial part of delivering quality software products and services, but it can also be challenging and time consuming process. When you do manual, definitely when you have to do the functional testing manually, there's no way around. And that is also a time taking process. How can you prioritize your testing task and meet your deadlines without compromising your standards? There will be some standards also, right? You cannot just thoroughly test it, randomly test it. No, you have to follow some of the scenarios and you have to test all the test cases, make them pass, have the negative scenarios tested with the valid set of data. So I think these are the points which we're gonna understand it and make our priority list based on these points. So the one is like scope of testing and objectives. The first step is to understand the scope and objective of your testing projects. What are requirements, specifications and expectations of your stakeholders? What are the risk, dependencies and the constraint of your software system? What are the types and the level of testing you need to perform? By answering these questions, you can define the scope of objectives of your testing projects and align them with your business goals. First of all, you should look at the project needs to figure out what tests are most critical. Then decide which issues could cause the most trouble and tackle those first. Plan your testing schedule, giving the toughest part more time. Make sure tasks fit your team skills, that you are using automated test when you can. Like, you can also use the automated test when you can for regression work. Keep an eye on the progress and talk to your team about how things are going. If things change, adjust your plan quickly. Always look back at the end to see what you can do better next time. I think this is something which is really great. And also, if you know your project architectures and where your work area fits within, this will really help to understand the scope of your work and clears any gap if you find out anything. And the standards, like many people has asked me about the standards and the procedures to be followed. So it depends on the client and the business needs, basically, and the cultural you're working with, like the culture you are working, like basically that defines the standard. Okay, I think this is something which is great. And then analyze and prioritize the test cases. The next step to analyze and prioritize the test cases based on the importance, complexity, and the urgency. You can use various criteria and techniques to rank your test cases, such as risk-based testing, value analysis. These kind of testing you can do it, and um, do some pairwise testing or test case design method techniques. By prioritizing your test cases, you can also focus on most critical and the relevant one, and reducing the efforts and the time. You know wherein it will fail mostly and what are the customer facing. So that will be like critical test cases, isn't it? So it will be always critical test cases has to be test words. So because that, you know where your code, where your developers code will mostly like to break, which all functionality is very critical. When you see there are thousands, like let's say I have chosen multiple functionality back to back, and see that will fail or not. And like if you fill only mandatory messages are coming for every field or not. Mostly if you leave the messages with blank or space or the special characters, or if you fill those mandatory field with the special characters, will that allowed or not? So those all things are very much testful. Prioritizing testing tasks is a complex process that we know that requires the participations of different stakeholders also. It's not only testers will do it. There are a lot of people like developer, testers, project managers, and PO. They'll be gonna review it, and then they'll be gonna prioritize those test cases. It is important for everyone to involve and to be aware of the priorities and the timelines, and to work together to achieve goals. It's not only one person, it's within a team. There will be multiple testers. There are automation testers. They should be knowing all the priorities and the deadlines, everything they should be knowing. And the discussions is very good. And then when you do the pairwise testing also, that is like how this is how we'll be doing. There are a lot of discussion involved, as the picture shows, and that's how we're gonna do it. uh then we have estimate the resources and the time. You, the estimation part is really like we'll do it like itne baje main itna kaam kar sakungi. When we go for some place, right, we'll be doing estimations, right? It not be actual, but we'll do estimations. In this time I'll do this much of work in a day also. You'll wake up at this time, like when you get ready, you will be setting the time na ki like from when I'll wake up at 10 o'clock or 8 o'clock or 7 o'clock. 8 o'clock, by 8 o'clock I'll complete cooking, or I'll get ready, right? And then by 8:30 I'll do the breakfast, and 9:30 I'll start from my place to reach the office. So you'll do some estimations based on your time. The same you have to do the estimation of the resources and the time before you start the testing process, because at the end you have to reach the office on time, right? So you have to complete the things on time. You need to complete your testing task. Okay, you can use historical data, expert judgment, or the estimation tools to calculate the efforts duration. So you know for this test, like maybe you have done it previously in the previous sprint. If you have done it, so you can do it, and that person, other person also has done some work along with you. So you can see in the previous sprint he was able to manage to deliver 10 test cases, isn't it? So this is sprint he'll stretch to 12 test cases. Like that you can do the estimations of the resources and the time. And then you should also be consider the availability and the skills and the roles of your testing team members, as well as the tools, environment, and the data you need to perform the testing. Who is developing, how much time it'll take in develop, and what all failures he can do it. I think working with the developers, I think you know that all things, and how efficient the person is and where and all it will fail. So based on your past experiences, and you know where and all functionality will fail if that developer's code. I think as a tester I know right now which developers if code, what all chances of him to do the mistakes. As a tester I'll be knowing it. So by the time you'll get this thing, and if you're doing this one, you really know if any applications with this experiences, you can do that estimations. By estimating the resources and time, you can set a realistic and achievable deadlines and allocate your resource efficiently. Then we have plan and schedule the testing task. The fourth step is like this one, okay? And the based on your priorities, estimates, and dependency, you can use various tools and methods to create and manage your testing plans. Schedules such as some Gantt charts, Kanban boards, Scrum boards, or test management tools. You should also define the roles and the responsibility of your testing team members, as well as the communication reporting escalation process. By planning and scheduling the testing tasks, you can coordinate and track your testing progress and performance. Like Kanban tasks, we mostly see it in the office, wherein we will be having the Scrum board also, wherein you be monitoring your process. And in this one, communication should be clear, concise, and timely. Test team should regularly communicate their progress to developers, project managers, and should be open to feedbacks. Okay, this is very important. Developers, on the other hand, should communicate changes made to the software, right? Any software, so that testers will test it, and should work with them to identify and resolve testing. So plan and schedule, like when you have to meet the deadlines, you have to collaborations, and the communication is the key. Then execute and monitoring the testing tasks. We have You should follow the best practices and the standard of your testing process, such as test executions, defect reporting, test results analysis, and test documentation. So if you're new to testing, I think this is very good video for you. So you will be learning a lot of terms here. What all exactly like testing process has been followed, it's entirely here. But the only thing is, there's some tasks which we tweak it. But I think these terminologies has been always used in terms of testing, and this is the one aspect or a one area of testers life cycle. Okay, so I just okay. You should also monitor the quality standards, status, and metrics of your testing tasks, such as test coverage, defect density, test efficiency, and test effectiveness. By executing and monitoring the testing tasks, you can ensure the quality and the reliability of your software, product, or services. Okay. Then we have review and improve the testing process. The final step to review and improve the testing process based on your feedback and the lesson learned. So in the retrospective, you will be inspecting this one, and then you can have more reviews on it, and then you should evaluate the outcomes, the benefits, and the challenging of your testing project, as well as the satisfaction and experience of the stakeholders. You should also identify the strengths and weaknesses and the opportunity and threats of your testing process, as well as the best practices, gaps, and the improvements. By reviewing and improving the testing process, you can enhance your testing skills, capabilities, and deliver better software products and services. Isn't it? So automation testing can help teams save time and resource. Teams should identify test tasks that are suitable for automations also. They should develop automation plans for these tasks. So I think for executive monitoring, right, we'll do regression, so we'll use automation for that. So thank you for watching this one video, and I think if you're new to this one, I think new to software testing, this video is gonna really help you out. And if your experience lies between 1 2 3 1 to 4, I think this will really help you out in giving the answers in your challenges, and how you can tweak your answers with using these parameters. I think until then, we'll meet next, and stay tuned for my upcoming video. Just do your best, guys. I think now we're gonna end. I'm like, the 2023 is going to be end in December, and the new year is coming, and it comes with a lot of opportunities. You just prepare well, and welcome those opportunity with open heart, and give your interview with all your preparation. I think you're gonna achieve your goals or your dream job. Thank you.